Holy shit, bro. Are you Sneako?
What's good, man? What's your name?
Lang.
Len, how do we save America?
How do we save it? It's a good question, man. It's a really good question. Um, I think one of the ways that we could save America is by getting rid of the left wing and right wing,
Okay?
because I think the left wing and right wing has thrown people to hate each other a lot more.
Yeah?
Um, And why I think that is because if you talk to someone who's left wing about a right wing idea, they will just, some, like, I'm not talking about all of them,
Mm-hmm.
they will, like instantly, just disagree because it is a right wing idea.
Mm-hmm.
And this could go through either side, a left wing talking about a right wing idea.
Yeah.
So let's say we just scrapped all that,
Yeah.
and we just voted on what is right,
Mm.
not what side has this idea, what is right.
So basically, it's not left and right, it's right and wrong.
Yes.
So you think that we're getting sidetracked by non-important issues like transgenders in sports and transgender bathrooms, and this is what divide people? And
Yeah, I think we're just getting so confused about different topics that, like those people can do whatever they want. That's fine, but like, why are we fighting over that?
right, these are really minuscule issues compared to what's really happening in this country, destroying it and ruining our economy, right?
Yes, exactly.
How did you arrive to this conclusion? Because I agree 100%.
I do a lot of observing. Like that's what like I've grown my life around observing people and just seeing videos of, like people going to protests, and trying to talk to them and they're just always very rude or very mean. And then listening to people and research a lot of that.
Right. So you think that the left and right is fed to us to give us the illusion of choice, and we're really supposed to be fighting each other while they take all of the money and create islands, and we have nothing.
Exactly. Yes.
Do you come from a left wing or right wing background?
I honestly, okay, so I was grown around a right wing background, right? And yes, I agree with some of the right wing stuff, but I also agree with some of the left wing stuff. So honestly, right now, I stand middle. I stand on what opinion, who wants to do better for this country?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Someone who isn't here to, like fight over bullshit that isn't really,
You're speaking my language.
yes, that isn't necessary.
Who killed Charlie Kirk?
Honestly, I know they found, but I don't really truly know.
Mm-hmm. But you don't believe the mainstream narrative that they're forcing you to believe without questioning.
I mean, there's so much shit happens, and then they say one thing, and then it ends up being another. It's hard to really find the actual truth because one person can say one thing, but it could truly be another.
What do you think about Muslims?
Um, you know, it's a religion. They can do their thing. It doesn't really
But
bother
Trump
me.
and the administration, they keep saying that jihadists are trying to bring Sharia law and take over America.
Well, no one can take over America.
No, but this is what they're insisting. They're saying that these Islamist terrorists want to,
Well, like I'm saying, anybody can say anything. You know what I mean?
but you don't see that happening.
No, you don't.
So you think the media is lying to you?
Media does a lot of lying, so probably yeah.
What about the declining birth rate in the white race? How does that get fixed?
The climbing birth rate in white race.
Yeah, white people, it's on track to be replaced by minority groups by 2050, right? It seems like the white race is declining.
Oh, declining. Well, if you think about it, At one time, there was all whites, a lot of whites, and over time, things change. Things definitely change a lot. If you look back in like maybe let's say the medieval times, you're not going to see a lot of black people. You're going to see a lot of white people.
Depends on where you're talking about, but yeah, in Europe for sure.
Yes. And then, there's always going to be a lot of different cultures that grow and die out.
Yeah. Demographic, they will change inevitably.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So you believe it is what it is.
I honestly, yeah, it is what it is.
Are you a Christian?
I'm not like, huh?
Are you Christian?
I mean, I'm not really Christian, but I believe there is a God and there is a Jesus.
So do I.
I used to go to a church, but what they would say and, they would force things that I feel like aren't really necessary. I feel like you just got to do what you know is right.
Okay. Do you believe Jesus is God?
Like Jesus is God. There's not, God and Jesus.
That's what I believe. The Christians believe that Jesus is God. I believe that Jesus is a messenger of God, but I don't think he is God. Jesus prayed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
you believe?
Yeah.
Okay, you are following the Islamic line of logic. Sounds like you're Muslim.
I mean, I'm not really any religion,
But if you're rejecting Jesus being God, then you're not Christian. If you believe in God, how do you know what rules to follow? How do you know what God is? How do you know what he wants us to do?
Well, I mean, I think God just wants us to do what's right,
What is right and what's wrong?
I mean, there's not really a clear point except for, like obvious wrongs, not killing people, you're not doing things like that,
Okay.
because everybody has a different perspective on what is right and wrong,
Mm-hmm. But society could be wrong about morality. Like in the Mayan time, in the Mayan Empire, they were sacrificing children and rolling their heads down the pyramids. That's wrong, although that was accepted by society.
Yes, because like has happened, there's things that people will act like it's normal, this is just a normal thing.
So therefore, you can't follow subjective society's view of morality. You have to follow objective morality, something that can't waver and change based on the people of the time.
Yes, you have to believe what you believe.
No.
Well, no. Believe what you believe, but not based on another person, on society's.
So you make up your own morality for yourself?
Well, no, not exactly that, because then people can just be like, oh, well, killing's right and all that other stuff.
Exactly. So there needs to be some sort of objective law that comes from the Most High.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you find that?
Elaborate a little bit.
So if we need objective law, because humans are flawed, we're all sinners, right? We have a propensity to justify, to steal, to kill, to cope. So you need to have an unwavering objective law that comes from God, who's perfect, who's the creator, the greatest, because we're all flawed beings.
Yeah.
So therefore you can't come up with your own morality for yourself.
I think, like I said before, do what you know is right. Because everybody, when they do something wrong, they know it's wrong. Not everybody, but majority of people, when they know they're doing something wrong, they can feel it.
Right, but that hasn't proven to be true historically, because you have, like the example I brought up with the Mayans there. Although it was accepted by all the people, they were sacrificing kids and rolling their heads down the pyramids. So they didn't know that was wrong. But we could look at that now and understand, yeah, this is probably wrong. Were the cannibals in these villages and the rainforest are eating each other, that's wrong, right? So
Yeah.
but how do we know that? How do we know something's wrong? Because you could feel it.
Well, isn't something in the Bible saying that, like killing another person is wrong?
So therefore, religion gives us morality. Religion gives us rules. We need to follow rules.
Yeah.
But you
I think-
also reject the Bible because you don't think Jesus is God. You don't believe in Christianity. So I wouldn't use the Bible as a reference if you don't think Jesus is God. Well, you follow your line of logic that we believe in God and also that Jesus is a messenger of God.
Well, there's different things. I have an old, like a Bible myself, and it hasn't said anything that Jesus is God.
Exactly. But Christians worship Jesus as God still. They believe in the Trinity. They do the sign of the cross. They put up the bloodied carcass of him in the center of a church, and they pray to Jesus. So even though the Bible doesn't specify, Jesus never said himself that he is God, Christians will tell you, and the Christian leadership will tell you Jesus is God. Which doesn't make sense.
Okay. Yeah. Now that you say that, yeah,
Yeah.
have seen that where, like you said, the carcass of Jesus on the cross and they're praying to him. That actually does make a lot of sense then.
Mm-hmm. I thought just like you. I used to be Christian as well. And then I became Muslim when I realized that I was Muslim, that Muslims just pray to God and believe Jesus is a messenger of God. I believe in Jesus and his teachings, but I don't believe in worshiping him.
Yeah. Because, like, I'm not, like, super intelligent. I'm always willing to
You sound like you are.
hear. Well, yes, to a certain extent. There's some things that I lack knowledge in,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all do, right? We all have to read and learn every day. We are flawed people that are always, we're supposed to seek knowledge as much as we can.
Yeah. I think seeking knowledge is a very important thing.
Have you ever read the Quran?
No.
Recommend giving it a read. I think you might.
Okay.
You might like something.
Do you think you could find that online? Because I do have dyslexia, so it's hard for me to.
You could listen to. Do you like listening to videos?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I could. I'll tell you where to start because you could read along while it's recited.
Okay.
I'll send you a link and you can start here if you're interested. And here's one with the English translation. This is the first prayer. Well, this is the surah that we recite during prayer, Surah Fatiha. And the translation is pretty cool. So just copy that link. What's your name again?
My name's Lane.
Lang?
Yeah, Layne.
Hey, great to meet you, man. I hope you...
One quick question. Are you a YouTuber?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Is this going on YouTube?
It can. If you don't want me to, it's fine. I don't have to.
No. I don't care, man. That's pretty cool. I've never actually been on YouTube before, so.
Yeah, sure. Maybe I'll talk to my editor.
All right. Yeah. What's your YouTube channel by chance?
It's my main channel, Sneako. My stream channel is Live Sneako. That's where the stream stuff goes on.
I knew you were Sneako. I literally said that in the beginning. I said Sneako?
Yeah, I heard.
Oh my
The
God.
chat saying
dude.
W Lane, they like you.